So now I get to the joint, and hey, I got 2,000 surrogate daddies. But see, that's how God showed me how He protect me. I went through the joint, and yeah, I was willing to fight. Yeah, I was willing to get it in, but that's not what saved you. What saved you was God's hand on you and what He had for you. So the brothers that were there saw me, and everybody just wanted to help or pour into.
Yeah.
You know, let's pour into the young brother. So I had cats that put me in a position where you don't get to do this. You know, I would rather be high. I would rather get into the nonsense. I'd rather run around with the knives. I'm built for this. But it was brothers that were like, no. You're going to go to school. You're going to get your education. You're going to rebuild your life. You only have this much time. Your life will only be starting when you get out.
So how long did that take? From the time you came in, the time that you were accepted to that point and they put you on track for education,
Mm-hmm.
How long was it from the time you came in to the time you got that direction and you actually bought into it and started the education?
Oh wow! You know, almost immediately, because when I hit general population, you know, you meet the brothers and you know, everybody talk to you, get familiar with your set. These are the do's and don't do's, and
was there some testing going on at that point?
You know, again, it was the blessings of God, because I was what was called 702, and what that means in the state of Illinois is I was charged as a juvenile. I mean, I was charged as an adult while still a juvenile. So on my 17th birthday, I was immediately sent to maximum security.
17 or 18?
No, at 17.
At 17 years old, you went to maximum security. At 17,
right. So what ends up happening after that point is because of my case and because of the history that I had in the street, I was automatically maximum security. So to give you an idea of what that looks like, I hit the penitentiary in the late 80s, and the average age of a guy in the penitentiary is 35 to 45.
Right. So
I'm 17. So when I got there, I was like literally the youngest person there.
Right.
So I'm kind of ashamed that I tell that story all the time, but a brother asked me, he said, do you know who Harriet Tubman is? And I said, I don't know. The bitch made tubs. I key. He didn't take that too lightly. So, but he was watching me, because I was reading, like I was doing the hood stuff. I was reading Donald Goines, Iceberg Slim, but I'm reading 4 and 5 books a week. So he's looking at me going, well, wait a minute. He's like, you read all of those? And I'm going, yeah. He said, well, I got something else for you to read. And the first book that I got that put me on a serious path was As a Man Thinketh.
Who was that by?
Now the author, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But it was a popular piece. It was called As a Man Thinketh.
Is it a book about so big?
Absolutely. It's like 72 pages of funk.
Yep.
Get straight to the point.
Yep.
And from that point, the challenge was, hey man, if you can read 4 or 5 books a week, let's imagine what you will look like at the end of these 14 years if you read serious material. So on my 18th birthday, I stopped reading fiction, began to read, political science, history, religious materials, and that's what I spent 14 years doing. So
but how did that evolve? Right at that point, it was just interesting material.
Right.
And it was recommended by
Right. One of my general, well, actually the brother's name was Karate, and then the other brother was Bunchies. They were general for the Black Stone. They was Black P Stones, and we were all riding the same circle. So you had the L Rukins, the Black P Stones, the Mickey Cobra Stones, and the Moors. So we basically all stood in the same circle, and so their responsibility. They were the ones that saw me and were like, "This is your journey." Because other than that, I was just, I was like everybody, I was getting high, I was giggling all around the joint, and I was just fitting into, because it's just an abnormal environment.
Right.
When you become used to, it's death. You may go home, you may not.
Right. Right. I understand that. So when did getting a degree actually become a goal?
Man, I think about a year later. Because I started getting, as I started to read series.
Around 19?
Yeah, but about 19. Because what ended up happening was, as I began to read the material, it's like that old joke. If you want to keep something from, a Negro, put it in the book. So when I started reading this material, it was like, wow. I mean, the world just
was opening.
I got bigger than
dimension.
Absolutely. I got bigger than my block. I got bigger than my neighborhood. I got bigger than the person that I respected, who I immediately realized didn't know nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because the book now, not only did it expand in me, but it did it quickly. Because it's like I had a mind to understand.
Right. Well, you had been prepared.